Hey y'all, hey, welcome in. So today I have a beautiful topic on my mind, and I just want to have a quick chat. Like, it's not a lecture, but it is super helpful, okay? And I'm just trying to reach my community, my people. I feel like this topic is going to bring clarity to my people, and I want to talk about something that may be blocking you from some success, forcing you to overthink and procrastinate from your success or certain heights that you want to get to. And I want to talk from the perspective of loners, people who are trying to reach success that don't have a high support system. Because as we all know, a lot of people who are highly successful have a lot of support around them. I feel like the people who are lonely feel a little bit of blocked from success, feel that it's harder to get to because they don't have the support that they need to have. So, I do have my journal here that I want to speak from because I wrote some very important things down. I spoke from my chakras. Now, I want to tell you this. I am having this spiritual conversation for the intention of freedom, okay? I never intend to force anything on you or anything like that. This is all to promote freedom and to promote healing for you, because some of the things that keep us from success have to do with things that we have not healed from. And I am educated on so many spiritual topics. I'm just here to share more perspective for you. Stay with me though. Wait, first of all, stay with me because this topic is really, really good. This is going to definitely help somebody. It's going to help. That somebody might be you if you stick around. All right, so I want to bring up how procrastination branches from fear. Okay, I'm quite sure a lot of us know this. Even if I do speak on some things that you already know, take it as confirmation, because this is Mercury retrograde and it is also Lion's Gate. This is a very magnetic state that we are in as a collective. I may confirm some things that you already know, and that may help you to push forward out of procrastination as well, because sometimes we really know. We already know, but now when somebody else says it, we really know. It could be like a divine message, a divine, like, I'm speaking right to that doubt in your mind. So procrastination branches from fear. This fear sometimes stems from the lack of encouragement from people around us. So sometimes if you don't have a support system of people, or just somebody, at least somebody to tell them, like, I'm backing you up on this, I got you on this. And when you feel like you don't have that, you feel a little bit more prone to failing, and you get a little scared of that because you're already by yourself, so you try to play it safe. But I'm here to tell you right now that playing it safe is something you no longer need to do. For one, the most divine connection and support you will get or need is from Source itself, the Creator, yes. But people are very confused on what that may be, and people are very confused on how do I get connected with the Source. Well, you are already connected with the Source, but there is something specifically that you can tap into, you alone. Only you can tap into, that people cannot do for you. That is the thing. So let me tell you something right now. This is a secret that a lot of people with support have. This is the secret to having a lot of support, okay? Regardless of having that support, you are the person making the action. Regardless, okay? So yes, somebody could tell you, like, oh, I'm backing you up on this, and they can encourage you, like, yes, I really love that, do that. Like, say you show a friend something and you really like this idea that you came up with. You came up with it all on your own, right? And you show a friend and they're like, wow, I love that idea. You know what? You better do that. That was a really good idea. And then you broadcast this idea. So you show it to people, or you put it on the internet, and it is very successful. Guess what? Regardless if that friend told you to go ahead and put that out or not, that was your idea. Like originally yours. Even if you would have put it out without showing that friend, it would have been that successful regardless. Now, think of it this way. Think of it as if you told a friend about an idea that you had that was really super good, that you thought was really super good. You're like very proud of it. And they say, wow, that is a great, wonderful idea. And you put it out, broadcast it, and it doesn't really go that well. Does that make it a bad idea? Somebody supported that though. Somebody told you that was a real good idea. That's the paradox about support, friends, and all of this, just these people around you that support you. Even if you don't have them. It can be one and the same, really. Another secret before we move on, a lot of people who do have this support around them, now that they do, a lot of the things that they are doing, their friends did not know that they were coming up with this stuff. Their friends found out just like you did. A lot of people, their friends found out of their accomplishments through social media as well. It's not like every time somebody's being encouraged to do something. Okay? Like I've done so many things, and see, I'm personally a loner, okay? But not because I don't have support, but really because these ideas and the creativity and the stuff that comes from me flows from me. So it's not like you really need anyone else to say so. You really don't. You really don't. The amount of people around you and things of that nature does not always correlate to your success unless you're surrounding yourself around people who think the same way as you. Now that we can get into now. I personally believe that I don't think you can attract the perfect people. Now you can see there's a perfect chemistry and connection you can have with people, but you're not going to attract the perfect people. People can come check off all your boxes, but they're still going to be their own person. So remember that. If you really are not good with people, before you can attract these people, you need to reflect on how you handle people in the first place, because that is going to be a very serious thing that is going to show when you attract people in the first place. How do you even handle people? Because when you disagree with somebody, how does that look? And when someone makes you upset, how does that look? But yes, you can disagree with them and they can, make you upset and things like that. But I just wanted to get that out the way as just like a disclaimer, before we get into how to attract the people. Now, how to attract your people. And I'm not just going to say, oh, whoever you are, it's what you're going to attract. Like we understand stuff like that. We understand that. I'm trying to get a little deeper into the roots and things of that nature. Okay, let's like the roots. Knowing who you are and what you can handle is the first step to attraction. I'm going to use me as an example because I found myself wanting so many things. Like for a long time, I've been wanting specific things, and these things have never changed. But now I'm realizing why I am closer to them now than I ever have been, even though I've wanted the same things and I've wanted them just as badly for how long I have been. So the reason I personally have not gotten these things or obtained these things yet, maybe because I'm a very, I want to say lazy person. I want to use the word lazy and describe like my energy. I'm a little laid back. I really don't I kind of only like to do what I want to do. Sometimes I really don't do things if I don't feel like doing things. And with me being lazy, the things that I want do require some work. A lot of the times, I feel like there is protection over people before they can get certain things, because getting them is going to be one thing, but maintaining them and keeping them is going to be a whole nother process and journey. Now, I done had to try many things before I found out what worked, okay? Because I am not a robot. I really don't enjoy trying to have a routine and a set time to do things. Yeah, because I've realized how I handle things and, my pace. So my pace personally, people would call that lazy. I really don't consider myself to be lazy because I feel like I'm just not a robot. So there's knowing what you can handle, which is one, or what do you handle now? Like, what things do you have to get done? How fast do you get things done and what pace? And how many things do you like to have to do within a certain amount of time? Do you like to space things out? Certain questions like that, you need to know about yourself first. And it's all going to tie back into your support, because you're going to want to attract people who can work with you at your pace. And you cannot attract your people until you know yourself, until you know how you like to do things and how you work. The way that happens is usually you think that you can handle a bunch of friends. What if you couldn't? Like, what if you couldn't handle a bunch of people texting you throughout the week or throughout the day, even to talk to you all the time and hang out and go do stuff or whatever like that? Like, what if you couldn't handle that? What if that's not really your speed? Okay, moving on. Some of the times you think you want something and it kind of completely contradicts to who you are. And that ties back into handling the things that you already have right now. Even when it comes to support, you may have some people that are there, or you may have some opportunities to connect with people. And there's a question of if you use those opportunities or if you connect with those people that are already there. Now, a lot of times there are not people around us that are as deep as us or feel as deep as us or are into the things that we're into. But sometimes you'll also never know if you don't ask or bring it up. So maybe introduce some things to the people that you already commute with. Introduce things, be the leader, and suggest stuff. That can always help. You never know what people are really into unless you say something, because maybe they're looking for the same thing and y'all both just sitting up here looking for, and then y'all don't know that it's already here. Self-worth definitely does come first before anything that you want to manifest. And I know that is the most cliche thing ever to say. Literally, stay with me, because I am here to teach as many different self-improvement practices as I can. Okay? A lot of the things that people think they want are influenced on them to want. But things that you truly do want, you don't hold any resistance towards. So you don't feel any fear when you think of these things. You don't feel any doubt when you think of the things that you really truly want. Not the things that people are making you think you want or telling you that you should want, but the things that you really want, you don't hold any resistance towards, because they are realistic for you. The things that you dream of that seem unrealistic or you feel or think is unrealistic, to get to those things, daily there is small progress that you make leading up to these things. If you just have it handed to you, are you going to appreciate it that much? Some things maybe yes, but guess what those things are going to be? The small things, simple things that you're going to appreciate the most, that are always going to be around, or that are longevity to you, that you think are longevity to you. you're going to appreciate them, every time you get them or whenever you do get them. You'll have that gratitude. But certain things you think you want, it's just like being a child and getting the toy that you want so badly. Your parent goes out and buy that toy the day you asked for it. And then the next week you're asking for another toy. So evaluate the things you think you really want. Because a lot of the times, they don't really hold much substance. They're very materialistic type of things that aren't going to align you with the success that you really want. Honestly, I really do believe in inner child healing. I truly believe that. Now, I did not suffer from childhood trauma. Childhood trauma, the things that you should have been protected from as a child that you were not protected from. Now, those are usually the first things or the first steps to manifestation, so that you can have that childlike wonder again, because childlike wonder is within everyone, even as long as you live. And that is something that you're always going to want to tap into, because it is basically the excitement for life, like the need to adventure and explore and want more things comes from childlike wonder. So you want to tap into that in ways that are accessible to you right now. I love to read stories or learn knowledge from books that just makes my mind feel stimulated and like, wow. Because there was one point of time where I did genuinely like school. And I think it was basically really just elementary. Elementary was the only time that I liked school. I feel like after elementary school, they really should have ended it. That's just me personally. But I really used to enjoy school and enjoy learning new things. I feel like that's a basic human thing that everyone can enjoy, is learning something new. So, in whatever way that is accessible to you, do that. What things do you get into, or have you gotten into? Because for some of us, we have not done something new in a long time. So if there's anything or any memory that you can remember that you did something that made you feel like a main character, okay, or made you feel like appreciative or new, something that refreshed you, whatever. If you can remember that, get back to that, or try to do it again. Add these things into your habits. Add these things into your habits. It doesn't have to be a daily habit. You don't have to burn yourself out on it. But whenever you get that need for something, like we all do, tap into your list of things that bring you that feeling, that are easily accessible to you. That's what I mean. They're usually small things when they're easily accessible. But once you do them again, it's like, wow. Just like me with walks, okay? When I take a walk somewhere with no destination, it kind of makes me feel like I'm in a movie. What we doing? It just gives me an alive feeling. After that, you have to take care of the person you are now and the person you want to become. Like I said, routines do not have to be a daily thing, or doesn't have to be something that you feel forced to do, but just a habit of yours that you get into often to keep you refreshed and cared for. For manifestation, sometimes the only thing you need is the motivation to do things that you've already thought of doing. And that's why I spoke on the support part of it, because a lot of people who have support, they don't really need the motivation from themselves. They get the motivation from the people around them. But when you are by yourself and you need the motivation from you, like a lot of people do, a lot of people have to give themselves the motivation, because there's not a lot of people around them rooting for them and pushing them to keep going. So that's why your self-care routine is going to be so important, because it will make you feel rejuvenated or ready for something. Like, you'll feel ready for something. I feel like getting ready is going to be should be a part of your everyday. Any day that you want to have motivation for something, get ready. Like, get yourself up and get ready, get dressed, do your hygiene steps, and get fed for sure. Make sure there's food in your system. And then afterwards, you can easily step into a creative flow because it's like, okay, I'm already ready for something. So now I'm just waiting for something to spark, like whatever sparks up in me now, I know I can go ahead and go forth with because I feel ready for something. Or no, you don't know what you're about to receive, but you got yourself ready to receive something. Like, you don't want to receive something when you're not ready to receive something because you can't even receive that thing in confidence because you were not ready to receive that thing. Oh, I dropped a gem. I swear, if you did not catch that, you're going to have to go back. You're going to have to time travel and go catch that. For real. I want to tell you that your spiritual practices do matter. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you are already spiritual, okay? Even if you don't follow anything, you are a spirit, a soul in a body. You are a soul in a body that is walking around here. So when I say be spiritual, I'm going to tell you what that means, all right? Because there's not like a specific way you have to do anything. There's not a specific thing that you need to follow. It's nothing like that. You'll understand this immediately from within. It's not nothing I can really tell you. But you are a soul in a body right now, experiencing life. When you get like caught up in the fact that you're just here experiencing, like when you get attached to this experience or get attached to the things that are here, that is the point. This is really crazy, y'all. Now this, honestly, you get attached to things only because of being afraid of being nothing without these things. Okay, so that means that the attachment isn't really real because the attachment is based on fear of not being anything without these things. So it's not that you're really attached to these things because you need them. You're attached to these things because you're afraid what you would be without them. And this has only happened because it was designed that way. This stuff, all like everything was designed for you to feel like you need it. Because if you feel like you need it, then you'll get it. And the people who are selling it benefit from you getting it, of course. Everything was designed for you to feel like you need it. There, now we can get into something for real. Now we can actually get somewhere for real. Okay, everything was designed for you to feel like you need it. So a lot of things you really don't need at all. You don't. Now, wait, hey, hold on now. Before you leave me. All right, this is not for me to say that you don't need the things that you don't need to want anything. I'm not here to tell you don't need to want anything because I want everything that I've ever wanted still to this day. I'm just here to tell you, evaluate the reason why you want them in the first place, okay? I'm just asking, like, why do you think you can't feel that way right now? Because the things don't hold any value. That's the crazy part about it. Like, if people didn't hype these things up to have value, like, I really want you to understand this. Like, think about these things. It's really a horrible cycle. It really, really is. And mind you, the people who are trying to get you to get the things that they have because it'll make you a certain way, they're not even cool, popular, or a certain way. What if they did not have that thing? So them as a person would not be cool, popular, or nothing. They wouldn't be shit because if they don't have that thing. And that's according to them. That's what they said. They said according to them, like, if you ain't got this, then you ain't shit. So if they didn't have that, they wouldn't be shit either. And that means they only shit because of a material. They only the shit because of something that they got. My heart goes out because that's not what we never want. That's not what we ever want. All right? All right. Now we can get into the meat and potatoes in this conversation. Because damn, I really been talking for a long time. And I said it wasn't going to be no lecture. But you want to build up who you are on your own without these things that you're trying to gain. That is the most important thing I can tell you in this whole video. These things, that's why you don't need these things to become this person that you want to become. You just need to become that person first. You feel me? Like, I think you really do feel me. Like, I don't even want you to play me act like you don't feel me right now, because you feel me. Aligning your chakras. So that's where I'm going to get to with. Now it's time to get into the spiritual part of it. Like, now that I've explained to you, you know, how super close you really are to the things that you want, and how it's always been you. It's you. There's still imagination and excitement in you for the things that you didn't even get to experience because they went by so fast. Life goes by so fast. We try to move past things so fast. I'm somebody who, baby, if I wanted something, I don't care if it took me 10 years to get it and now I'm out of style. Baby, I really wanted those. I finally got them. And that's why things literally come back around. Like, do y'all really understand why Y2K in the 90s and all of that is back? It's really back because back then it was cool as shit for real. Like, this was the authentic original. All over here. And then we got all of this extra fashion, extra trendy, all of that just comes and goes for real. But that original, and then like once all of this comes and goes and flies by, it's like, wait, what was that one thing that was like actually everybody was really fucking with, like as a collective? It's always gonna be the thing that people fuck with as a collective. It's never gonna be that thing that some people fuck with because they got it and they trying to like push it and tell you that you gonna need it. Have that sort of validation that they get from other people doing what they do because they're really not original. Like, you can't really be original if you seeking others' validation for the things that you do. I need you guys to separate seeking validation from appreciating validation. Like, these are two different things. Everybody needs support. Everybody needs support. That's genuine. But seeking that just to feed your own ego, seeking that so you can feel that way is like not authentic and it's corny. Because you're not going to feed that back to the people. You're going to seek all of this validation and gain this popularity and then shit on everybody and be like, yeah, y'all broke as shit. Like, y'all broke it. Like, that's why I really don't be listening to certain rap and like, I'm just being real. Can I be real? Damn, can I be real? Y'all gonna be mad? To certain rap. I do listen to rap. Y'all not about to catch me up or say like, oh, she said she don't listen to rap. No, I don't listen to certain rap because it's fake confidence. It's fake confidence on the beat. He gonna shit on you until you broke his shit and all of this shit. But literally the nigga got rich off of broke people. Like, are we talking here? The broke people. If broke people wasn't listening to your music, you wouldn't be rich. Okay, so my camera died. That means I'm talking too long. Talking too much. So let's get to the point. Let's get to the end of this conversation. Please comment part 2 if you would like to hear me talk about how to spiritually connect to your manifestations and protection. I really do believe that this helps someone, and I am really excited to hear who all this has helped and connect with the people that this has helped. I would love to do more videos like this. So depend on the likes, if you liked what you heard, like this video so that I know that you guys would look forward to seeing more chats like this. I'm going to see you very soon again in another video. Don't worry, you will see me again. And I'm also over on my other socials daily or very often, more often than I am here at least. So if you want to see me there or if you want to see more of me, just come over there. And I'm very excited to see you again. I love you guys. Okay. See you. Love you. Bye.